Alright, welcome everybody. What is Sven covering today? That is the question. We have sound. Awesome. So it looks like today we're going to be doing a little bit of prep for our late night crew. There's a couple things I wanted to do. I've been working on their group photo. Turn off the... There we go. So this is what we have right now. You can see here, this is the 2-scale image, but we've made some changes because if we've had a couple people join, and so didn't need the sidekicks anymore. They started off with just 2 players, actually just 1 player, and then 2 players, and then and their sidekicks. So since we have 2, sometimes 3 more players, we don't need the sidekicks. So we're redoing a picture, and it's pretty easy to do. You just need to have a PNG for each of the players. Let's start off with a quick quote. So let's take a look and see. I should have all of the images. So my player picked an image for our latest one. She is playing a witch. It's a witch. A Goliath male witch. There's a new... I have access to a special class called the Hex Witch, and there's, again, like a lot of classes, 3 different specializations, but that's what she's playing. So let's take a look at our assets. Boom. And see if I put it in the campaign. So it will be
definitely
up here. So let's go to campaign first, and we'll check there. You can see the other PNGs I have of the other people. This is the one I had before. So the answer to the question is no, it's not there. So I don't think it's going to be here at all. So let's go ahead and double check it. I'm now going to go to my clicking on the data. So you can put, when you save your files, the images and stuff that you want to use in Fantasy Grounds, you can put them in your individual campaign, which will then will be only have access to while you have that one campaign open, or you can put them in your general Fantasy Grounds images, and then no matter what you're playing, what game you're playing, what campaign you're playing, you'll have access to them. So you can see these 2 are in my overall campaign, in my overall Fantasy Grounds images. And you can see I have a lot of stuff here. Doesn't look like I downloaded it into my overall images. I'm just going to go check which, just to make sure. Takes just a second for it to load. So if you guys want to see how this plays out, especially when we're done here, come check it out. We play it on Thursday nights. Check out the schedule below, twitch.tv/Fencer77. You can see the schedule. This is a late night crew, D&D in the Sven Zone. Nope. Okay, so I don't have it in my assets yet. So here's my last place I want to check, see if I downloaded it yet. Nope. Let's go to pictures. This is all the stuff I have on my PC. Nope. Okay, so I got to find the original image. There he is. Right, so now we go to save. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to save it right to where I want it to go. So we go into your Fantasy Grounds. Make sure it says Smiteworks, because if it doesn't say Smiteworks like this, that's Fantasy Grounds Classic. Smiteworks, so now I have a choice. I can just put it in my images. Do I think I want to use this guy in other campaigns? Yes. So we're just going to stick him in the images. Otherwise, you can go to campaigns. And we're going to call this dude. I don't have any other Goliaths right now. He looks like a Goliath monk, so I'm just going to call it Goliath monk. Save. Now, you go here to your assets, and on the bottom here it says refresh folder assets. Boom. It shows in the chat, folder assets refreshed. And now when I go to, I can do it the hard way, like this, or I can just type in Goliath, and he will show up. And there he is. Boom. So now I'm just going to take, since I'm making him a layer anyway, I'm just going to grab it from here and drop. Boom. And there he is. Now I'll tweak it in just a second. So the other thing I want to do is I want to make a token for the combat tracker and a portrait. So I use a couple different programs for that. We'll go, here we go. This is my web browser. I use Pixlr, Pixlr.com. It is amazing. It's free. A free online photo editor. I paid for it when I got my when I got the payment from Twitch, from you guys for all your subs and your biddies. I paid for this not because I didn't want the extra features. The normal thing, I don't think I've ever used anything that unlocks with the paid version, but because I use it so much, I wanted to support them. And so, open image is basically Photoshop. Really good stuff. I use it a lot. Going back to my images. Goliath. Open. And all we're doing is making a portrait. So we're going to crop. This is for the player on character sheet. Yoink. There we go. I like my portraits to be nice and close, so they're decent size. And so the only thing you want to do is you want to make sure that it's a square, because the portraits are square. So I'm doing it manually, and then when I go to save it, I'll save it as a square. There we go. Alright, apply, boink. And yes, if you zoom way in, it's pixelated, but it doesn't matter because it's a portrait. It's only going to ever be really small anyway. Alright, so now we go File, Save. It can be a JPEG this time, that's fine. So now it's 83 by 89, so we're just going to change the width to, let's see, where is the, this isn't going to work, it's going to, oh, it did work, okay, perfect, never mind. Alright, so you can put it white around it in the background because it's a JPEG now, not a PNG. Save, boom. So this time I go to Fantasy Grounds, I go to Portraits, boom. You see all the ones I've done before. Goliath Monk works just fine as a name, save. Okay, so this is being difficult. Put it in downloads and we'll switch it over in just a minute. Save. Alright, so now for the token, I go to Roll Advantage. So that's all one word, rolladvantage.com. This program is amazing. Choose image. I'm going to go back to the original. I could use a portrait, but I prefer going back to the original. Click, open. So you have tons and tons. This is what your token is going to look like. The come on. So I'm just centering it in here. Again, zooming in. This is what you're going to use for the battle maps. Alright, so now go click on here. You can pick what the border of his token looks like. If you want a little serrated, if you want it square token, if you want the hex, the gold fancy one. You can even have it be like a guitar pick looking thing. Little wavy lines. But this dude, he's a hex witch. I'm gonna put it for this one, and then I go into the color. So this is this gray part right here. I think I'm gonna make it like a bluish. There you go.
I definitely.
See? And now we go to the background behind his face. Now, if you're not using a PNG, then you don't need to worry about the background. But this one was a PNG, is a PNG, so it has a background. Let's make this a little. Do we want it darker? Or do we want it lighter? Let's see. Lighter looks like this. Darker looks like this. Yeah, I personally think the darker is better, in my opinion. I'm gonna go with like a neutral. Let's go with like there. I like that. Because the too dark, you lose the outline of his head. Too light just looks weird. I'm gonna go with that. I am gonna put some of his hair in there, so it's. Alright, so we're gonna tweak it, bring it down just a smidge. Yoink.
Oh, I thought I just what the fudge?
Alright, there we go. Do we like it? Do we like it? Do we like it? Yeah, that'll work. less. I said I like them to be as large as I can, but because they're so small on the battle maps and stuff. But you want to have some definition. Alright, so with the hair, let's change the background. Let's go lighter then. Alright, do we want to go blue, do we think? Do we? It's like lavender. There we go. It's not bad. Hello. Welcome, Mr. Atomic. Spend zone time, that's right. Making a little token for the map for our latest player. She's been using the default one. Finally sent me a picture of her character. Alright, so now we're done. We hit download. Oof. Alright, so Tom's playing Cover Fire. Yeah, he's been ending his... Oh, no, gotta name it. So we'll keep it the same name. Goliath. If I can spell right. Goliath. I'm going to put them all together in Monk, so that I had the two different files, Goliath Space Monk and Goliath Monk, all together. Save. Okay, so now we're done with this. Bye bye. Yeah, so Tommy's been playing this in the Cover Fire offline shooting game. It's a pretty cool game. I like it because you're not playing with other players, and it's little snippets. It takes, some of them take like 40 seconds or less to do this little mission. I like it. It's well done, and it's on the Switch. So check it out and check him out if you want to see what it's like. First, Atomic_Hero Squad every morning, Monday through Friday. Definitely worth the look, the follow, the like, subscribe, all that stuff. It's definitely worth it. Alright, so now let's we're working on our group photo, but first let's finish up her character now that we have. So we go down here to our assets, refresh folder assets. We also have to go to the downloads. Alright, so because my computer is being weird, I've got Goliath Monk and Goliath Monk. So this is the token, this is the portrait. So we go here, we right click, we say open in a new window, slide him over here, slide him over there. So this is, you could just drag it right to the folder. I personally prefer to open it just to make sure I don't put it in the wrong place and I can't find it when I need it. So here is my Goliath token. Here's what it looks like. Drop it in here. Boink. There he is. Then we go to our portraits and slap our Goliath Monk. Poof. And there he is. Alright, so now click, refresh folder assets. You can see it says in chat. And there he is. Ta-da. Okay, so now we go to his character sheet, or her character sheet. Characters. So, anybody recognize this symbol? This portrait is from Minsk, from the original Baldur's Gate series. Alright, so now we go here, we double click his face, pull up the portraits, we go to data, there it is. Usually it's the first one, so it threw me off for a second. I forgot that it's not the first one for this. What the heck? I have a tendency to double click these things, and it's a single click, so let's try it again. Double click, single click to open it, and now we go to our Goliath. There we go. And now we're going to pull up our tokens. We go click on here, under assets, tokens, and I'm just going to type Goliath. And there he is. Dun, dun, dun. Slap his token right there. Boom. Double check and make sure updated in the combat tracker. Boom. And the blue background may not work. I might go back in and change that because it sort of drowns out, gets lost when it's so small, but we'll see. Alright, so getting back to our portrait, we want to open up his character sheet and see how tall he is. He's a Goliath, so he's going to be a big boy. He's 7 foot even. Alright, so all of our boys are big. Our whole group is big. We, even the female Earth Genasi is over 6 foot. Alright, let's see, he is, notes, there he is. He's 7'5", Scrambles is. And our Bugbear, I think, is the shrimp of the group. He is 6'6", yes. Alright, so here's the Bugbear, 6'6", 7'5". And our Jackson is our Tiefling. He is 6'4". Alright, so so now we open this up, click, unlock it, and you can see everybody here is a layer. So we're going to go ahead and take the Bugbear, go to our layers over here, make sure you have layer select. We're going to shrink it just a bit. So we have these are aspect locked, which is what we want. And instead of 5.9, we're going to go to 5.3. Alright, so he's 6'6", so he should only be a couple inches taller than him. Alright, that's a little much. Let's go back to 5.5. Hold down control so you can have free movement. We want to make sure the bottom lines up. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to go to my painting, line, brush, that's fine. And we're going to click. And then use the control to make sure I'm drawing a straight line. Escape. Oops, what happened? Oh, I forgot to click it again. Click, escape. Okay, so now I have our line to make sure we're standing correctly. Back to our layers. Alright, so right now they're the same, so we'll go ahead and go back to our Bugbear.
Parker.
Hold down shift to keep the aspect lock. So I'm going to put him right next to him. So he should be right there. Our barbarian tiefling type.
Parker. He's just laying down.
Alright, so he should be a little smaller. Hold down shift to maintain the aspect lock. go. So that's correct. They're both the same, the correct size. Put them where we want them to be. Boom. So this boy is only 4 inches smaller than the Minotaur. Go up a little bit more. There you go. Alright. Alright, and let's flip him. Flip. There we go, so that way he doesn't look like he's doing something inappropriate to the bugbear. Alright, now we have our Horman. Alright, so now we're going to get rid of the line. Go to here. Just select the layer and hit delete. And now I like to do a background of some kind. So let's go ahead. You can see in here, there's some bloody handprints and stuff, and the background is like a brick wall or a cement wall, I should say. So let's see if we can find go to our assets again. And we're going to go to our backgrounds. Back. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Oh, I'm in tokens, that's why. All. So I'm looking for a bag that says backgrounds. I'm pretty sure it's that. It might be decals. Maybe decals is what I was looking for. But we'll see. See what the search comes up with. I have one of these for all my groups. I start finding a group as well and stuff. Because a lot of times, both as a player and as a DM, I don't really think of the characters. You know, I think of the characters as their player more than I do the actual character. So having a constant reminder of what they look like, I think helps for both me and the players. Yeah, so it's decals is the thing I was looking for, but I'm looking at these backgrounds. So like this one here is pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Alright, so this is 25 by 20, so let's make it half that, 10. There we go. Slap it down, move it to the back. Boink. See, that works. It's something, and we can change the color and stuff too. So for now, we'll leave that there and we'll see. What's this one? That's pretty cool. Let's throw it to the back. Make it bigger. We're going to make it 15. Take off the aspect lock and make the width 10. Make it 20. What do you think? What do you think? I don't know. More obnoxious than anything else, but it's cool. It's different. Alright, we have this one we could try. It's like a snow. Yeah. What do we think? What do we think? Right, they are in Icespire Peak. Chasing the dragon of Icespire Peak. Alright, so we could do like a triple and they'll do one of these. Boom. This is 6 by 6. Alright, so you take it and you put them together like this. And then highlight all three. Control shift click. Now you can they're all combined here. 13 by 6 wide. We're going to maintain the aspect lock. And we're going to make it 15. Not other than 50. And then we're going to hold control to move it around. Boom. And let's bring it up just a smidge. Throw it in the background. Yeah, different, but I don't like it. But with these art packs that we have, you can see there's lots of different options. Put clouds in the background. This one I think is the one I had before. This is rocks. Turn off the aspect lock. Make it 12 by 8. Make it turn back on the aspect lock and make it 14. Drop it to the back. No, too much. Now, the more I'm looking at this stuff, I think the ice that we have here might be the key. Let's take a look at this. Rotate it. Turn off the aspect lock and drop down the width. Drop it behind him. It's not too shabby. Let's see. Off, like that. Alright, what happens if we flip it? No. we're gonna leave it like this then. We're gonna take that background snow. So let's see what happens if we change the size. This is our height, so we'll make this
What's-
10.
What's in my basement?
There we go, that's not bad. Let's see. Alright folks, so there we have it. We have our group, late night group picture. Now what I do is I go to here, make a snip of this. Click. Actually, I don't like the way I just snipped it, so we're gonna do it again. New. Go down lower. I'm gonna make it more cropped. There we go. Don't have as much white space on the top. There we go. Save. And we're gonna put in Fantasy Grounds. I should have it already, so let's see. Go to campaigns, go to late night, images, iSpire group, save. Do you want to replace it? Yes. So then I go to my assets and go here to images. Type in group. And I right click on this. And that doesn't do it, so I open it, double click, set background decal. Oof, wait a second, that's not the right one. Change, update folder assets. There we go. And it automatically updates it, see? Dun, dun, dun. Alright, so the last thing I wanted to do, I've got maybe 15 minutes or so. We had finished up the
what?
last, whatchamacallit, the last, they were in a lighthouse, and so they finished that up. So now they're actually going to go and defeat the dragon itself, culminating the Dragon of Icespire Peak storyline. They've done everything within the storyline. We're going to be doing a lot of role playing and stuff and traveling back. So since they're going to be traveling back, we're going to go ahead and make up an encounter for their travel back. So I'm going to open up my encounters over here under campaign, and we're going to use NPCs in a minute, but first we want story tables, encounters. Go to my uncategorized, which is the ones that I've made. 2 Butterskull Ranch, 2 Logger Camp. So these are the type of things. So I'm going to add create item. I'm going to say 2 Phandalin. End game. It's the name of the encounter. I'm going to drop it down here in my links down here so I can find it. Alright, so now if we take a look at the party sheet and look and see what level they are. They should all be 5. Yep. So we have between 6 and 4. So they're basically CR5, challenge rating 5. I think we're going to have some human type things. They haven't really run into any spiders, so let's take a look at some spiders, shall we? Take a look what this is. They're immune to acid, which is interesting. Alright, so these are mountain things. They bite. They have pinchers as well. The art for it doesn't match what it does at all. This does not have pinchers. And it should have pincers. Okay, so that's annoying. But let's take a look and see. A lot of them from the Tone of Beasts. What's a spider thief? Let's see. Ooh, it's a little clockwork spider. Nice. Here we go. Challenge 9. I can just throw that at them. They can't handle invisible things, so that won't work. So they have spell casting, which is nice. Yeah, I like this. So we'll do this. Spitz Venom has a staff. All right. Is this a real challenge 0? Yeah. Here we go. What are you? You are challenge 1. 1/4. Here we go. Alright, so I'm going to go to, so I have a giant wolf spider and a spider of Lang. Click. We can go to our maps. See what I have for trail. So I've used this one before. Let's see how easily rememberable it is. Yeah, this is one of the first ones that got the rain going down and blood marks and stuff. That wouldn't be bad. I know that one. Or the Y in the road, that wouldn't be bad either. Let's see. Alright, so they're in the Sword Coast. Here it is, my Sword Coast map. They're pretty much right over here. So they're going to be coming. There we go. This is Tower of Storms. That's exactly where they are right there. So they're going to be working mostly planes. So I don't see a lot. It could be these there, but I think this would be a better representation of what they're looking at. So we'll do this. Open up the encounter, drop this on it, click, and now we take this one and put it here. We're going to rename it, unlock it to rename it. We're going to say Road to Phandalin. Pick the ID, so now it'll show up to the players as Road to Phandalin. See, Road to Phandalin. I want to change the token. The last couple moments of our time. Open up my assets. Go to my tokens. See what kind of spiders I have. Alright, so we have a lot of cool looking spiders, action. Interesting. So you have this image here. And then they have a giant flying spider. So they photoshopped some crappy wings on it. It's just sad. Just saying. Light blue feathered wings. Why wouldn't you put bat wings or something on a spider? It's, I don't know. Anyway. Enough of mocking the other people. Alright, so here's our spider thing. Nice. There you go. See this one? That's a flying spider right there. Thank you. Alright, I like this one. This is a good, creepy looking fat spider. So I'll throw him on there. Boink. There we go. We'll put the fat spider in here. Alright, Alright, so you unlock it, and you actually don't need to unlock it, but you go here to placement. Oh, it is there, never mind. You just can't see it. There we go. See? It's right there. So he is a giant creature. Medium. Alright, so he is a medium beast. Alright, so we'll throw him in a square. Boom. So they're going to see the wolf spider first. He is large. Okay. So, yeah, so I dragged it from the wrong spot. So you see here, I'm going to delete this. Right click on it to delete it. Drag it from where it says placement. And that clip puts the check mark there. So now when I click this to add it to the combat tracker, it'll show up. Alright, and I think I'm actually going to throw him there instead. So let's click this. Just click it again. It puts it back, and then we're going to slap him here. Boom. So they'll be cruising along from here or from here. I think I'll have them come from this side. They'll see the spider before he actually attacks, and then this guy will attack them from behind. So we have the link to the encounter here. So they may remember this, so what I'm going to do is open it up. I'm going to click on the layer itself and flip it. And then I'm also going to change the color just a bit. Let's change the tint. Let's see, make it a little bit redder. Too much, too much.
How am I supposed to deliver the freaking note if I'm not allowed to go there?
There we go, okay. Close. Alright, so now we'll put these back where they should be. Click them again. Boom. He's gonna be back here. Click. Alright. And they'll be coming from here. And you'll see him. Boom. Alright, last thing I want to do is I want to cover up these graves, because the graves aren't here. So, because I didn't draw them on here, they don't show up as a layer. I am out of time, but this won't take me but a moment. Go to my assets. Close down some of these other windows I've got open. Go to my assets. Go to all. I'm going to go to grass. This will take a minute because there's a lot of things I have to do with grass. Go here to my layers and go make a new paint layer. Take this, boom. This is a huge 12 by 12, so we're going to shrink it down to 2 by 2. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to open up the colors and bring down the opacity. There we go. Say OK, and then click the stamp tool. And what I'm going to do is just stamp over this, so it's sort of a blendy thing. So it won't be as blatantly obvious what's going on. Now we're going to shrink this down and cover up the edge. There you go. Then I'm going to go to FX. We're going to type in color. Actually, let's go to grayscale. Grayscale. And then we're going to go amount. We're going to go to about there. And then we're going to creep up the blur. And we're going to go enable mask. And then we're going to go to reveal area. So I'm going to go down here. And I'm just going to hold Alt and just go. And I'm going to turn down the amount. And blur. So what we're doing is we're just making it a little darker there. Sort of blur it out a little bit. Alright, so yeah, if you're looking for to look for it, you can see there's a weird little patch there, but if you're not looking for it, it should be okay. And if I really cared, I could throw in some of these things, and so that if I go here to painting, go to like this one, bring down the opacity, and just go to my Stampy. Stamp tool, there it is. Shift to turn it. Drop this guy in here. Same thing, bring the opacity way down. There we go. We are set and ready to go for tonight. So we got our map here, Road Phandalin. Alright, so again, if you want to see how this plays out, come check it out. You can see what the group has done up to here, how they've changed from the 2 players all the way up to the 5 players when everybody's able to come on YouTube. This is D&D in the Sven Zone. Check it out. Like, subscribe, send the links to everybody on your Facebook page, and whatever else you do, enjoy the rest of your day.